Some Fort Wayne Parks Department employees say they are being unfairly questioned after going to City Council with concerns about new policies. News Channel 15's Alyssa Ivinson joins us now to explain.
When collective bargaining went away last summer, city departments were open to change operating policies. The Parks departments went into effect last month, but now some employees say they're worried they'll be fired for asking questions. David Wood has worked for the Parks Department for 22 years. He says some new policies aren't fair.
If we decide we need to use a restroom, we have to call over the radio or contact our supervisor and ask permission.
Wood says at the end of January, he asked management for clarification on several points and never got answers.
We followed a chain of command to a dead-end road. We had a meeting at which employees were treated hostilely, and we figured we were at a dead end. City Council seemed to be the only avenue that we had left.
Last week, Wood gave city councilmen a packet with the new policies and the employee questions. He says 2 days later, the Parks Department did answer some of his concerns, but he says several Parks employees have also been called into meetings with managers, questioned about the letter to City Council, which he says is inappropriate because going to council was all done on their own time.
The correct terminology would be it shined a bad light on the Park Department management and the mayor's office. They didn't like that.
Another employee gave News Channel 15 a recording they say is of one of those meetings with managers.
Were you involved in making the packets? Were you involved in distributing the packets? Who was involved with distributing the packets?
And I'm just curious of how all this played out on that first night that the packet was distributed to City Council. Just wondering who all was involved with doing that.
Councilman John Schoaf says he's not aware of any rule that prohibits employees from talking about department policies with council members, and people have a right to come to legislators. He's also not happy to hear about the employees being questioned.
I heard there were warnings that there might be consequences if people didn't speak up, which I think is dreadful.
In an emailed statement, the Parks Director said the city can't discuss personnel matters and, quote, the city has been proactive in efforts to lead open communication with employees. City employees and management work together each day to provide the best service possible to residents. It did not address any meetings with employees about the letter to City Council.
All right. Thanks, Alyssa.